Hi everyone. I'm really buzzing today with the idea of soul conversations and intuitive self. Um, I really honestly believe that everybody, as I've mentioned before, has a sixth sense. And I like to call that the intuitive self. And I thought I'd look up what intuition actually meant as far as the dictionary goes, or one of them. And it says it's the ability to understand something instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning. And it's really interesting because anybody has had that experience of thinking of someone and then you meet them in the street, or the phone goes and it's them, or various other things of intuitive living that happens to everybody. But there is a way, there's lots of ways of actually deepening that connection to your intuitive self. And there's many benefits for it. Just having that general knowing that's so deeply ingrained and so deeply seated within yourself that it goes beyond doubt, even though the reasoning mind can't actually actualize it. And that's the sort of interesting soul conversations that I'll be having shortly. I'm basically going to start a monthly webinar that I invite you into my world to join me in. It's sort of like intimate conversations with the soul, and I would like to very much connect in with the cosmic idea of what the soul is and bring that forward and any messages from those higher realms for you. But also I really like the practical know-how of what to do with that information. So the way it's going to happen is we're going to have a 7 till 9 p.m. UK time, and we'll be having it by Zoom, so it makes it easy for those that can't make that time to sort of tap in at any time to suit you. But for those of you that join me live on that, you can type in your questions before or during the session, so I can actually zoom in to you through our Zoom session to get you some individual answers about soul inquiries. And I really believe that any one person's question usually benefits the whole group, so I think that'll be a lovely way forward. Many people are out there wanting to sort of get answers to all of these bigger questions, and I thought a monthly get together for your own comfort in your own home and me and mine, and we can have this conversation and see where it goes. I thought I'd look up information about the soul as well for those that are inquiring the difference. And again, dictionaries say the soul is defined as the principle of life, feeling, thought and action in humans, regarded as a distinct entity separate from the body, a spiritual part of the human, believed to survive after death. So I really believe the soul is a massive, huge, complicated, complex part of existence. And I believe the divine spark, or the god or goddess or great spirit, whichever is most respected and known to you, is within each and every one of us. We all have it. We all have that direct communication and conversation with that divine spark. And to me, I call that the higher self. I like to actually connect into my higher self. I feel like that's the direct line to the beginning of all, and connecting to other people's higher selves, and we have a conversation that way. And it's lovely, and it's clear, and it's abundantly fruitful for everybody. So many of the things we're going to be sort of playing with and investigating and channeling through are answers on how you can raise your vibration so that you can get your own direct answers from soul. I believe the soul is so big it can't fit into this one physical frame at any time, that it's actually fitted into many different lives that we're all living at the same time. So some people call that parallel universes. I really don't know whether it's that or not. I have my own framework to work within that has to come from answers inside of me to be able to make sense of all of the things that I see and feel and sense. So I'll be sharing some of that framework and the different dimensions of energy that you'll be dabbling in and you're concurrently living in. And I'm hoping to bring information through that will ease your way. It's intended that this makes it easier and therefore happier and a freer existence. So I invite you to join me into Soul Conversations, which begins on March the 20th. There's going to be a link that Nick will put in the description down below somewhere, wherever that is. If you want to link on that, it'll give you all the information that you need. But again, I wanted to share a few quotes about soul for you that made my goosebumps go all goosey. Cicero said, "A room without books is like a body without a soul." Rumi, the great Persian poet that we adore, said, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. And Aristotle said, "What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies." And, you know, I feel really that there's something called an oversoul, which I'll be going into more detail about on the 20th. And that's like an all-encompassing energy field that connects every soul on this planet and has a higher awareness and a higher knowing that is palpable these days and wants to give lots of information to every soul that's here. We will be tapping into that on the 20th. If it's of interest, then link in, sign up, and I shall see you there. Meanwhile, I hope some of the quotations have brought some goosebumps for you and gives you food for thought on your own soul, your own intuition, and your own pathway to love. Soul to soul, lots of love. Bye for now.